In 2008, Obama took office and he made a promise at that time to remove the troops from Iraq. Now, I'm going to point out some things that made it impossible under normal circumstances for this to work. One, he allowed Egypt to fall apart and didn't do anything. So he got a lot of flack from people that he allowed Egypt to disintegrate in such a way that there was a lot of violence, a lot of death. And then, in order to address that anger that was out there, he decided to interfere in one of the other areas of problems. Syria was one, Libya was the other. Now, if you look at a map, you will notice that Libya is surrounded by Muslim countries, and all of them except Egypt don't really work with us very much. When it comes down to actually looking at an allies area that actually had something to do with our political, that might affect us politically in the short term, Libya was not that place. I do not believe we should have went into Syria, but I also don't believe we should have went into Libya. Syria is a civil war. We should never get involved in civil wars. I don't know how many times we got to tell the Democrats that civil wars are not good. However, we have, if there was to be an argument to make, we have Turkey, we have Syria, we have Israel, we have Jordan, and not far away we have the Persian Gulf, and we have Iraq where our own troops are at. All of those countries, it could be said we had a really important reason for doing something there. He didn't negotiate. He just completely ignored it as if it wasn't even important. And the real reason is because he just knew it was a mess to get involved in it, and he could win Libya with little or no effort. No danger to him. So that's what he did. Then, to make matters worse, he held to the promise of the 2008, I'm going to get the hell out. And the reason why I say to make it worse is he failed to realize that with Syria falling apart and most of the people that he might have been able to work with, had he acted in a more timely manner, there may have been someone on the other side to protect the border, but there wasn't. We removed our troops from an area that was relatively peaceful compared to our Syria. It was relatively peaceful. I'm in no way saying Syria, Iraq was great, but at least the Islamic State didn't exist at this time. And the Islamic State became the Islamic State because he demanded, without considering what was going on in other countries around Iraq, to honor the promise that he made in 2008. Instead of actually responding to what was going on right that moment, he decided to just stubbornly follow through with removing our troops, endangering us in the long term, because this is endangering us in the long term. The longer the Islamic State is around, and the longer we keep throwing missiles and doing nothing else, it's not going to get better. And we are going to have to go in eventually and do something, even if it is not under this president. His actions have made it necessary for us to get involved. This is not good stuff. And the ideal that we are supposed to look at this as if it's some kind of a success on his part, I really don't see it. And I do not understand how we could possibly make an argument that he has made wise decisions, learned decisions based on knowledge that he could have on history that would give him a reason to think this was going to end in any way besides a mess. Thank you. Bye.